and then big girl. But I wanted to, this is chaos. We got these two guys right here. See you, brothers. Go have fun. Now I'm all soaking wet. Sick. Beautiful, look at that. Little extra slack. Go ahead and toss that guy out. Hello, beautiful people. We are back at the backyard pond, and today I've got a video that is inspired by one of you subscribers. You guys, on the last video, we dumped in some of the baby bluegill, and I came over to this spot to shoot the intro because the bluegill are absolutely thriving. They made it to the vegetation, the shallow side, and they're just pocketed up right here. I'm not sure you can see them. Yeah. I don't know if there's any way to see that or not, but they're all in there. Anyway, there was a comment that said, Brandon J, if you want the bass to get big, you got to pull out those little fish. You guys saw the little bass that were coming in and out of that video, and I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. We have culled smaller bass in the past, but we have not done that in a while, and we do have a couple juvenile fish, and we don't have that many bigs, at least not that many bigs that I've seen. So today we're gonna be trying to catch some of those smaller fish, put them in a cooler, transfer them to another pond that we have. But I also saw a comment that says, yo, Brandon J, we need to see some catfish action. I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. I live on a lake in my backyard. So after we catch a few fish here, we're gonna rip to Walmart. We're gonna go see if they sell noodles. If not, we're gonna make our own homemade noodles, throw them out tonight in my backyard lake, and then see if we can get some catfish. So it's gonna be a really cool day. Where'd they go? There they go. See, those are the little guys we need to get out. Why is there's like a weird film, but look, 1, 2, 3, there's 5 fish right there, but they're all kind of small. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Those guys, they're roaming looking for food. I guarantee they know that we are here, and so they're expecting food from us, but little do they know, the food we give them today is gonna have a hook in it. No live bait today. We didn't have time to stop by Shiner Sam's. It's like 45 minutes both ways, so it's like an hour 15 or whatever that math equals. We do have all of our rods here, and we have our big transfer cooler. We haven't used this in a while. Sick. But earlier this morning, we were in the Banger Barn searching for the baits. You guys know we got that big Guggen wall. So we got a bunch of baits tossed in the toter, and if you want any of the baits or any Guggen Squad products at all, make sure you guys use code Jiggin to save 10% off your order. Pretty sweet little deals. I asked kind of selfishly because the more you guys use my code, the more Guggen sees value in me, and then we get to do more cool stuff together. So, and you guys know we're trying to buy a $150,000 pond right now. We're not on flare status. I can't just be buying properties every weekend, but you know, maybe with your help we can. So let's try to catch some of these small guys, toss them in the cooler alive. Sounds kind of bad. Toss them in the cooler alive, and then we'll transport them, and then it's catfish time, baby. And that part is gonna be very cool. I think it's gonna take quite a few of these. Oh, you're recording? Trav got the first bass. Not terrible. There's gotta be an easier way. All right, should be enough for Buddy. Each time we catch a fish, we'll make sure to put more water in there, but I don't think it's gonna take long. What'd you catch him on?
Yeah, lunker log.
Lunker log, okay, sick. I'm going for a different approach, Trav. I can't tell you the last time I caught a fish on a hard popper. Oh my gosh! Wow, what is the odds of that? That was perfect. Wow, and it's a little guy, dude. That's oh my god! I caught a Cinco of yours. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Where'd that go? When's the last time you've seen somebody throw a freaking popper like that? Number 2, it makes the other one look absolutely monstrous. There you go, Bubba. All right. We'll try it again. That was fun. I love a good topwater bite. Got him! Come on, buddy. Woo! You got one? We're doubled up. There we go. Oh god, oh god. Okay, all right, everybody calm down. That's 4. We're doing good. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. That's a little bit bigger one. That's a keeper. Oh my gosh. You gotta look at how she ate this. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to pull it out of her mouth. No way. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think she wanted the popper really bad. All right, this one's a bit bigger. You get to go home. Bye. Got him. Yes, sir. I sight fished that one. There was a big one and a little one. The big one's still down there, but they that's kind of funny. One of the smaller guys. This is number 5, baby. Woo, that looks good. Here goes number 6, little guy. Woo, hello friends. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, Jesus. Uh-oh, another big. Oh god, I didn't mean to catch you, Bessie. I really didn't. I promise I didn't. It's a good one, Trav. Jeez, come here, big girl. Come here, big girl. I know. Neither of us wanted this. Neither of us wanted this. Don't shake me, please. Okay. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god, there's 6. And then big girl. But I wanted to. This is chaos. Come here, big girl. Come here. She's just like a really healthy, like 2.5, 3 pounder, but she's got really good genetics. So fish like this we're keeping in, but you saw the size difference. Like those guys are so fast and they're taking fish away from these bass, which are not allowing them to grow. It's kind of stunting their growth, which hurts the pond as a whole. But let's put this guy in the water. No tag on this fish. Just put her back in there. Home sweet home, baby. Ready when you are. There she goes. She swam off. All right, perfect. So we have 6 in the cooler. They're literally all the same size. I hope you guys noticed that on camera. But there was a perfect example. Trev, you weren't here. I was popping the popper and I was telling them how these fish, you know, they go in wolf packs. Big fish comes up to the popper and a little fish literally comes up and smacks the popper right away from the big fish, caught the little one, tossed him in the cooler. That is exactly why we're doing this. Because imagine over months and months, the little ones, they're always gonna be faster than the big ones, and the big ones have to burn more energy to be able to eat, and then they're eating less. So the bluegill and tilapia that are in here, that's great, but it's harder for those bass to eat those. Those are natural forage here. So those bluegill and those tilapia, they know how to get away from the bass. The shiners that we toss in here to feed, they're just pretty much like French fries. That's how the bass get fat too, because they don't have to work hard to eat a ton of them. But the little guys just come in and rip them away. So taking thumbnails, we noticed that some of them have black spots on them, like abnormal spots. And comment in the comment section if you know what that is. I personally don't. But I wanted you to take a quick look while we have all the fish here of all the, I mean, these are literally identical. That's our biggest one. And you got Loner over there. He's just, he's all by himself. But this guy right here, he has a black spot on the top of him. See his black spot right there? I don't ever remember, and he has black on the gills too. I know sometimes if they're black on the face, that's because they were hooked. Let's put him back. Like this guy's black on the nose where he was hooked. See how he's like, see how he's got that like black area there? He was probably hooked right there. This guy has quite a bit. He's got black on his gills right there. He even has, it's kind of, well, you just have to believe me. He had black on his fins too. So if you guys know what that is, let me know. Oh, this guy's blind. This guy's half blind. Look at that. He's got hooked in the eye in the past. So you can tell, man, sometimes these fish out here just get jacked. I mean, it is what it is. I can't stop people at this point. I've tried for years, but whatever. So now that I've given you the whole scope on all 6 of these fish, now we're going to transfer them to a good home. Literally right across the street, same pond. It's a different pond we're working on. You'll hear about that in the future. It's going to be great. Home sweet home, guys. We got 1. We'll just do 2 at a time. We got these 2. They're exactly the same size. One of them's kind of blind though. There you go, brother. Go terrorize the pond. Woo. We got these 2 guys right here. See you, brothers. Go have fun. Dude, they're loving it. Oh, that's a lively one. Oh God. Why is this one so, this one's extra. Goodness. Okay, see ya. Oh, I got water in my socks now. Thanks, buddy. Gosh, look at how dark he is. Shoo. Go on, Bubba. All right, sick. All right, that's 6 bass. They're in here now. This one has a bunch of small fish, but it has a ton more small bait. So this pond's completely fine. If you guys have watched me since like 200,000 subs, you know exactly what pond this is. And if you don't, we may be doing something special here in the future. But let's go to Walmart. Let's go get us some noodles, because tonight we're gonna be laying out some noodles. I'll break down some weird laws in Florida, or at least where I live, about noodling, which is why we gotta do it at night. But let's go to Walmart, see what kind of noodles they got, because we are gonna be putting catfish in the pond. I listened to 1 subscriber, we cold bass today, we got 6. That's quite a few for the size pond we got. And now we're gonna listen to another subscriber's comment and try to get some catfish. You guys are the best, man, giving me awesome ideas. Keep it up, love it. And we've made it to the catfish section. This is what we need. The fish a noodle. Just tie the stuff to the bottom, I suppose. There's 3. All right, I really wanted like 4 or 5 because we need all the odds we can get. But in the state of Florida, I asked my game warden friend. He was on the podcast. If you haven't checked out the podcast, links in the description. The Banger Podcast on all streaming platforms, including YouTube. I asked him, he said, you can have up to 25 hooks in the water. So you can have 25 floats, or you can have 1 float with 25 hooks, but each person gets 25 hooks. But I'm gonna just do 1 hook per float, so that's 3. 113 pounds. Yeah, I don't think we're catching that big of a cat, so that should be fine. What do you think? Yeah? Roll with it? Okay, we got hooks. Did see this trot line, which technically I can run a trot line, but I don't know, something about this just feels wrong. It just feels a little like commercial fishing, like bycatch, like just terrorize the lake kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna do the 3 floaters with 3 hooks. We're looking at baits, and there's a couple different options. Well, there's a ton of different options. Turns out when you're catfishing, it's just endless options. You've got like the big chunky boys. The problem with this is I'm leaving this overnight, and if this chunk falls off, which is just kind of mushy, then the whole night is ruined. They do have some pre-cut shad of some sort, and I think that will stay on the hook a little bit better, and I can hook like 2 of these up confidently. Or, Trav, we just go all the way to injured bait fish. Just hook like 2 of those up there. I say we gotta go red. I mean, yeah, I say we go these. If we're doing it, we're going all the way to the injured. Ugh, it's disgusting. All right, cart, and I think we have almost everything. We need weights. So made it back to the house. We changed up a few items, so I'll go over what we got from Walmart. But I took a picture of the bass that we released, like in the cooler, and I named them, and I said, meet my new babies: Ditch Pickle, Greenback, Bucket Mouth, Bass Squatch, Hydrilla Gorilla, and Fat Sally. And so many of you guys are commenting on that Instagram post right now with funny names. So comment below some fun bass names, because we're going to catch some of these catfish, hopefully, and then we can name the catfish as well. So funny names only. That's what we need to see in the comments. But as you guys know, we got 3 noodles here. We got the string. We got the bait. We ended up getting the weights. We got the hooks. This is where we changed things up. Remember how I said we were only going to do 1 hook per line? I lied, because I found these guys, and basically this is how it's gonna go. It's gonna go noodle, it's gonna go rope, however much rope we need. I'm thinking 15, 20 foot, because I talked to my buddy and he said sandy areas, so the center. So it's like 15, 20 foot out there. So 15, 20 foot of this line. Then we're gonna tie that line to this little leader. This leader has 2 areas for hooks and then a clip for a weight. So it's nice and clean and clear, so the hooks aren't gonna get all like matted up in the rope. Basically, look, man, I had to freaking do some on-the-fly Googling and figuring things out, and I don't want to just throw 1 hook on this if we have the option to throw 2 hooks on it. So 6 hooks total. Maybe we double up, get freaking 6 catfish. 2 on each noodle. So we're gonna build these out, but I want to tell you about the laws of where I live. On these noodles, I gotta put my name and my address on them, so I'm gonna do that off camera, obviously, because can't be showing you guys all that. But they are only allowed to be in the water after sunset and before 9 o'clock in the morning. So I washed up the big offshore boat the other day, so I'm either gonna put that in and we'll do a little night mission tossing out noodles, or we'll do the solo skiff kayak, rip out and drop them. Either way, I have to wait until it's sunset to be able to put them in the water, and then I have to come back out early in the morning and pull them up. So that's the only time we can noodle, or else we just rig these things up right now and toss them in. So sorry to let you guys know. We're only gonna have, geez, probably less than 12 hours of noodle action. We have finished noodle number 1. So we have around 20 foot of what we call our drop line here, and that's tied here. So it's gonna float like this, and when a fish pulls it, it's gonna tug on this and making it flip up. That's just to like let me know. And then I've got this nice little handle to pull up the fish. This is what we were talking about though. I know it's kind of complicated to explain, but this is our clear leader line. We have the weight on the bottom. Might actually double up. I think I have enough weights to, yeah, I'm gonna double all of these up. So it's gonna be 4 ounces of lead, which should be enough. And then we have 2 of our hooks on this area that will be baited. So it's still a very clean setup. Much better than just having like a bunch of hooks and stuff everywhere. I was a little nervous about that, but it is not bad at all. We have got all 3 noodles on board. I don't know if you guys have seen the solo skiff in a while, but she's done up in all her glory right now. We've got all those. The sun is now setting, and you guys know my time period to be able to noodle is sunset to 9 a.m. So basically they're gonna have to sit out all night. We did make some changes on some of the noodles. Some of them we put more leaders. It's a long story, but either way, we're gonna rip out on the old solo skiff kayak. I normally just call it a kayak, but solo skiff sounds kind of cool. So we're gonna rip out on this, and then I'm just gonna drop them in the bowl. This is like a little pocket that like my land wraps around, but pretty shallow, and then you've got the big water out there. So that's where I'm gonna drop it, and I'm gonna bait everything up out there. So uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is that? Bro, it's not going at all. No. So, for some reason, my trolling motor is working, but it's not working. It's not like spinning. Sure, it probably has like a bazillion miles of line in it or something, because I let Tristan use it last. So, the nice idea we had of using this, gone. So, I guess we're gonna be on paddle mode and have to paddle that guy out into the deep water, which is gonna make tomorrow way more fun looking for these things. Now I'm all soaking wet. Sick. Oh boy, that's just delicioso right there. Oh. All right, noodle number 1. Hopefully this works. Oh wow, look at that. Sick. There we go. Noodle number 1. We'll do it on this side. Beautiful. Look at that. Little extra slack. Go ahead and toss that guy out. Perfect. This one's got 4. Uh-oh. Have it upside down here. This might be bad. Oh God. Okay. 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 It worked itself out. Good. All right, that one is not touching the bottom, but that one's gonna drift a little bit, which is cool. So 1, 2 anchored, and then 3 is just gonna kind of drift around. This is a pretty deep area, but the edge is over there, so could be a good spot. Everything is out, but I would be a menace to society if I did not go hit those pads where I caught a 7-pounder the other day on the frog. So I've got the frog. Tristan also tied this. So if I break off, it's up to T. The knot doesn't look that great, but I have nothing to cut it with. It's big, heavy braid. So we'll rip over to the pads and try to be a last-minute hero. Got him. Had to be the late night hero, baby. Boat flip him. Sheesh. Can't complain with that. Shoo. Oh, look at that. A show. Thank you, baby. That was awesome. Cool. It's a big one. Freaking big one. Really big fish. Really big fish. Porpoise. Oh my God, yeah. Goodness, it's crazy how these fish just come out of the water for it. Sheesh, just a casual boat flipper. Freaking golly gosh, baby. Relax. I will get you back in the water, I promise. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. You done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Okay, I think you're done now. We done? Okay. I'll take that. Feisty babies right there. Very, very feisty. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being awesome. Well, we are finally inside. It's pitch black now. I've got to edit this video up. We were able to hammer some late night largies, and they were absolutely in love with the filthy frog. I personally cut the little tails down so they have less like target and they get the hooks. That's why the hook sets the rate goes up. You know, frog, you kind of lose some hook sets. But if you want any of the baits you saw today, including the filthy frog, which you saw put in absolute work, make sure to use code Jiggin, 10% off anything at googensquad.com. My little vinyl is starting to fall, but don't worry. The Nautical Off-Road guys, the guys who built the podcast set, they're actually building me like neon signs and stuff for all that. It's going to look epic. Also, the podcast, we just dropped the first one of the new set today. This is set 2.0. It looks way better. Had big fish in there. We had a bunch of guests that are going to be coming on. We had Shiner Sam, John B. We actually had John B twice. We got a little Liddy and filmed a second podcast with him. We also had Fanatic fly down. We had the person who bought the $10,000 Guggen mystery bundle. We flew him down, and that podcast is actually next, which is really cool. He talks about like what creators mean to him, why he spent $10,000 and didn't know what he was going to get. It's a really cool podcast. So if you're gonna tune in for any of them, that's a really cool one. So it's the Banger Podcast on YouTube or the Banger Podcast on any streaming platform. But since you guys are already on YouTube, please go over there, press the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. With that being said, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for today's video. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty much it. I know we had a light goal to do some stuff, and today's been so chaotic. So just whatever that light goal was, if you thought the video was worth it, just drop a like. I truly do appreciate it. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. I'll catch you guys on the next adventure. Matter of fact, I will catch you guys on the next video in the morning checking the jug lines or the noodle lines. So I'm not putting that in here because if we get something, that'll be a whole stocking video that we're going to do. So I'm going to check those in the morning. Should be pretty cool. Yeah, subscribe if you're new. And if you don't like my content, then just leave a comment below of why. Please don't. My mental health cannot read any more hate comments. All right, bye guys. Love you. Peace.